Hey, what's going on, guys? So it's May 16th, and the market this week, the S&P 500, didn't do too much. So it was only, at least it was up. It was up, but it didn't do too much. It was up like 0.13%, I believe it was. So kind of flat this week. Not too much volatility, but it's good for selling options because if you have an option out, let's say you have an option out on XYZ stock at a $30 strike price, and there are calls. And when you sold the option, say the stock was at 29 bucks. So if it went over the $30 mark, the strike price, then it would be in the money. But without that volatility, I mean, it depends on what stock you had also, but the market in general, if it doesn't reach that $30, you keep the premium. The option ends at the expiration date, and you do it again the next week if you're selling weekly options like I do. Some people sell monthly options. It all just depends, you know. But on this video, I'm going to go over a few things. I'm going to show you some stock that would be good for selling call options. I'm going to show you a stock that's good for selling put options, and I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate that option, that contract, and put it out. I'll show you everything, okay? So I just came down here. I'm downtown Orlando. So I'm on, if you guys remember years ago, if you ever came to Orlando and went out, I'm talking years ago, there was Church Street Station, was a big spot, you know, a lot of clubs and a lot of bars. So I'm down here. The place is dead now. All these places are empty. I believe that they're redoing the whole street, and like right across the street back there is the where the Orlando Magic play. Oh, look at that hair, man. All right, we gotta fix that. But yeah, so that's where the Orlando Magic play, and all the events go on, the arena over there. So I'm gonna head to another spot here, and I'm gonna go over all the things that I told you I was gonna go over. How to sell a call option, when to sell the call option, what I think is the best time, how to sell a put option, and when the best time is to sell that put option, and what to look for in a stock when you are looking to sell these options, okay? So we're gonna get to all that. I'm gonna go probably to a lake nearby, Lake Eola. It's like in the heart of Orlando. So I'm gonna head over there right now, and we'll go over all that stuff for you. All right, let's get to it, guys. All right, guys, so I found a spot down here at Lake Eola Park, and as you can see, nice lake in the back in the heart of Orlando. It's a good spot to come relax and teach you guys how to sell these options, okay? So I'm gonna go over, like I said, I'm gonna go over some put options, exactly how to do it, some call options, exactly how to do that from scratch. There's a few people out there that are beginners, you know, they're just learning the process. They're asking basic questions, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ask the basic questions, ask advanced questions. I mean, whatever you want to ask, I'll answer or do my best to. So if you're just starting, you know, you got to ask the basic questions, and that's what I'm here for. So when you're just starting out and you have some cash and you are looking to, first you're going to want to sell a put option, okay? And that is to obtain the shares. Or maybe you don't have that much money and you're just, you know, you're saving and you're, you know, doing some jobs on the side and trying to get a little extra cash to buy some extra shares to get 100 shares of stock so you can sell a call option, you know, because you need, I mean, and you maybe buy 5 shares a week or a month or whatever it is, you know, just getting started, but you got to get started somewhere. All right, so first you're going to want to sell a put option. That's if you have the cash. Like I said, if you're you know, getting the money slowly, just buy a couple shares at a time till you get 100 shares of a stock, and then you can sell a call option. Then you start that way, and then you're gaining money by selling the options in premium, you know, so, and possibly the stock also. So if I did have the cash and I wanted to sell a put option, what do I do? You know, so I'm going to show you, and you guys have heard before, I know I like Carnival Cruise Lines, and you're like, oh my god, Danny, it's down like, you know, 10 bucks almost. Why do you like that? It's down right now. Because I always think long term. I think 2, 3, 5 years out, you know. And the reason I like Carnival Cruise Lines is because they did go through a period where there was COVID and they had to shut down everything. They had to borrow a bunch of money, and around that time when I was buying, it was like, gosh, $8. You know, I was buying at $8. It's like 25-ish right now. But before COVID, it was at like $70, and it was paying a quarterly dividend of 50 cents a quarter. Now they're paying 15 cents. So slowly I love that, like gradual growth. Yeah, you're gonna have dips. You're always gonna have dips on a stock. You know, you're gonna have ups and downs. It's gonna shoot up at certain times if good news comes out, or if it has good earnings, and it's gonna dip down when it has bad news or bad earnings, or, you know, it just all depends. But I like that stock because long term, I think I know where it's going. You know, just my opinion. They're gonna pay off that debt. They're gonna make more profits. They're gonna increase the dividend. They're gonna have people buy more shares because of the dividend, and long term, I think it's going to get back to where it was before COVID. So that's why I'm pretty heavy into that. I have the 2,300 shares I cannot sell options on right now. I could, but I don't really want to sell it at the strike price that I would have to sell it at right now. I don't want to drop it. I just don't want to drop it, you know, because anything can happen. And I'm sure I'd be okay. I have the strike price on the calls. I have the shares, 2,300 shares. I have them at, I bought the shares on the last time at when I had the puts at $31.50. So I'm putting the strike price at $32. I don't want to drop it below really $31.50. I could, because I made money on the premium, but you know what, I just choose not to. I'm happy with the money I'm making right now on the other options I have out, so that's the way I'm playing it. Everyone plays it different. As long as we all get to the same finish line of making profits, I don't care how you make the money or what strategy you use. So let me show you here. If I was talking about Carnival Cruise Lines because it's down right now. It is down. So my opinion, I think it's a good idea to buy or sell puts on it right now. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Okay, let's get to it. Carnival Cruise Lines, right there. Okay, so I'm gonna tap on, this is on Yahoo Finance, where I get all my information on Yahoo Finance, pretty much. I mean, other than like the news and, you know, a few other sources, but this is where I get the majority of it. So if you go to Carnival Cruise Lines, I'm going to show you why I would sell puts on these right now. Let's go. This is what you do. Let's go to let's say the 6-month chart. Okay, you got 6 months, or even the year chart, 1 year. Okay, either way. So look at how the chart is over the year. So you see where the highs are, like $34 right there, and then you see where the lows are, $22.04. Well, what is it right now? $24.64. It's pretty darn low, you know. The lows are like around between 22 and 23. That's the very low, 22, but around $23. All right. So if and always look at this chart, you know, look at the 1 year, 6 month chart, see what the trend is, okay, on these shares. So you know when to sell the puts and when to sell the calls. You want to sell the calls when it's up high. You want to sell the puts when it's down low, because you want to do that because you want I mean, some people play it different, but most people want the option to end worthless, keep the premium, and sell them again, okay? So sometimes it'll get down to a low spot like this, and I won't put the strike price out as far because I want to buy the shares at that price. And if I put the strike price closer to the stock price, well then, if I do happen to pick up the shares, I'm getting it at an amazing price, and I'm getting really good premium if it doesn't pick it up. Okay, if I don't have to buy the shares. So it's kind of a win-win there. I'm buying it low if I do have to buy them, and if I don't, I'm just collecting the premium. Okay, so here's what you do. So you see the chart right here. You see the trends right here, and what's the highs and what's the lows. All right, now let's go to my Charles Schwab account. Okay, let's go to Charles Schwab account. Hold on one second. Here's a view for you. All right, so let's get on this, and we're going to go to, on the Charles Schwab account, that's what I use. I go to trade, and I go to options, and I pick the Carnival Cruise Lines CCL right here. Okay, so all right, we want to sell a put, right? We're just starting out. We got the cash to sell one put. So the cash you need to sell one put option, the stock is at $24.73. Whatever strike price you pick, say you pick $24, you would need $2,400 just in case you, and this is a covered call. Okay, I don't I don't trade on margin. I don't trade naked, none of that. I sell covered calls and I sell cash secured puts. Covered calls is you own the shares to sell the option. Cash secured puts, you have the cash to buy the shares if you need to. Okay, so I cover myself. It's the safest way. Okay, so I'm going to sell a put on these. So what I want to do is pick a strike price. It's already pretty low. You saw the chart. Okay, so you saw where the bottom was, around 22, 23. So that's where I want to be, because I don't think it's gonna go much lower than that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to go to, the option chain hasn't been working. I'm still talking to Charles Schwab about that. They're kind of driving me crazy, but we're gonna go up here and do it a different way. So go to Charles Schwab here, and then we can go to the option chain. Okay, go to the option chain, and we're going to go out to May 29th, okay? So 13 days out. Tap on that, and then it gives you the option chain here. So the puts are on the right, the calls are on the left, and the stock is at 24.64. Keep that in mind. Okay, so what would I like to buy the shares at if I had to buy them? Okay, so stock's at 24.64. You know what? I got 13 days to expiration. What price do I think it won't go below at the close of the market on the expiration date of May 29th? Okay, so here's the premium right here. This is what you get in premium. Okay, it's like somebody renting your shares till the expiration date and paying you for that time. The premium is where you get the time is where you get. The premium is where you get for the time. Okay, what you get for the time. Okay, so if you look on here, 13 days out, you know what? Look at that, $23 strike price. That was at the bottom of a 1 year chart. 1 year it's been. So, I mean, how much lower can it go than that? You know, it could, but you know, what are the chances? Probably the odds are in your favor. It won't, right? So over here is the premium you get. So the bid is 37 cents. The ask is 43 cents. Okay, so you're going to go in the middle, 37, right at 40 cents. So I can sell an option at a $23 strike price and get 40 cents for this option, right? And if it doesn't go below the $23 by the expiration date, well, right away when I sell the option, I'm getting 40 cents, and that's times 100 shares. So I'm getting $40 for that, right? 40 bucks goes directly into my account. I can do what I want with it, you know? So you get 40 bucks, boom, 40 bucks by pushing a couple buttons. That's how great this is. And if it doesn't get to that price by the expiration date, I keep the $40 and I do this over again, okay? So let's check $22. Let's increase the strikes to 12. And how much will we get for, let's be super safe at $22, right? I would still get at that expiration date 20 cents, so $20. I'd get half of what I would at the 23, but still get 20 bucks. So I get 20 bucks. If it doesn't reach it by the expiration date, that price, I get 20 bucks in my account, which is already in there, you know? And so I'm getting that regardless, whatever it does. So I'm either getting the $20 and buying the shares at $22, or it doesn't go below $22 by the expiration, and I'm getting the 20 bucks, boom. And less the fees, so 65-cent fees. If you're selling a bunch of options, you can renegotiate that with Charles Schwab and call them and see if you can get that price down. You have to sell a good bit of options though. So that's, and then the stock, let's go back to Yahoo Finance. Okay, why would I pick this stock? Okay, it's low because I know it's low. I follow it, but you can go over and look at the charts. So I can go to the analysis, or let's go to the financials first on Yahoo Finance, and I look at the earnings. It beat the earnings every quarter. That's one of my number one things I look at. Okay, so you look at that, and then I look at like the analysis. And analysis, this is just analysis recommendations. So if you look at the buy is 60%. Strong buy, a little bit there, hold a little bit there, no underperform, no sell. That's what I want right there. That's what I want. So, and if you look at these upgrades and downgrades, there's a buy, Wells Fargo overweight. So we look at that. Low, look at the low is 28.70 from the analysis price targets, and it's at 24.64. It's super low. The high is $45. The average should be 34.01, you know? So I look at all this stuff, okay? So this is the stuff I look for when I pick a stock to sell puts or calls on, okay? So, all right, that's Carnival. So let's look at another stock that I would sell calls on, okay? So calls, I want the stock to be at a high point, because how much higher can it go, you know, to get to the strike price? And this is the good thing about selling options. It's like you pick the strike price, so you're in control of picking the strike price. So, and if you follow the stock, it's almost, you know, it's hard to lose, kind of. I mean, the stock's going to move. I'm down on the shares, but I think long term. So I've done very well, and I've collected a lot of premium. You know, my stocks may be down, but really I'm not down on my account for the year. You know, even though the stocks like Carnival's dropped almost $10, I've collected so much premium that it's still right, you know, my account's right where it was, a little bit higher than, oh no, it's right where it was when at the beginning of the year. But I'm down $10. So what do you think is going to happen? That stock's going to go back up. There's always dips, and when it goes back up, that's when I'm going to, you know, be profitable on my year's earnings. Okay, so I'm going to look at a stock to sell call options on. Okay, so I was looking at DVN. I've sold options on this before. Where is it? And I did pretty well, and then I just let it expire worthless, I believe, and I invest in some other stocks. But DVN right here, okay, DVN Energy Company. Okay, look at this for the past, say, 6-month chart. All right, look, it's moving up, right? And let's go to the year. It's up pretty high right now. Okay, so that's a good one to sell calls on. Let me see right here, key statistics. Okay, so the high for the 52-week high is 52.71. Right now it's at 49.49. So it's up there, right? And the low is $30.24. So this is pretty high. Now let's look at the things I was looking at on Carnival. Okay, so the financials, right? So this, well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't like this really. But they missed their earnings, they beat their earnings here. I don't like that too much, but let's go to the analysis and look at the analysis, okay? So they missed a few earnings, right? And they missed a few earnings, and it's that high, okay? So you got to look more into it. There's some things I'll let slide a little bit. I really don't like those. They didn't miss them by that much, but I don't like that. But if you go to the recommendation trends from the analysis, look at the buys at 74%. A little bit of strong buy and a little bit of a hold. No underperform, no sell. Okay, so where do they think this is going to go in a year? Okay, so go back to summary here, summary, and it'll show the 1-year estimate, target estimate. The 1-year target estimate is 59.74. So about $10 higher than it is right now. That's another thing I look at. I look at that. I look at the earnings. I look at, you know, just the trends, everything. You know, all this information. It's good information. Okay, so, and then I look at the PE right here. The PE is 13.79. That's pretty darn. That's super low, actually. So that shows me that the price of the stock is low right now. So that's something, and it's at a high point. So this is what I would want to sell call options on. So let's go to the Charles Schwab account and put in DVN and check this out real quick. So let's go here. Let's go to, oh, we got to go to trade. We got to clear this out. And we're going to put in DVN. Okay, DVN. All right, search for that. All right, we got DVN here. Okay, let's go to the option chain. Oh, is that gonna work? Oh my gosh, it works on this. All right, good. So, so the stock is at 49.49. let me increase the strikes to 16. Okay, now you own the shares of this because we're selling the calls, right? What would you want to sell these at? It's at $49.49. I definitely want to make some money on the stock. I wanted to sell it higher than that. So we go down to, let's say, anything over $49.50. That's in the, or that's not, well, it's above the stock price. Okay, so I want to sell it for, you know, oh, let me just go to the expiration date. Let me change the expiration date to the 29th, just like I did the Carnival Cruise Lines. So it's at $49.49. I mean, oh, these are the puts. So on the calls, we want to go above $49.50 because we don't want to lose on the stock. Okay, so here's $50. That's 50 cents higher than the stock price right now, and I can get about $1.20 in premium times 100 shares, and that's for a 50. So I'd make 50 cents on the stock, and my premium I would make $1.20. So times 100 shares, because each option is 100 shares, I would get $120 in premium. If it doesn't go below 50 bucks, I keep the $120 and I do it again the next week. So it's the opposite of the puts. Okay, so on the puts, it has to go below the strike price for you to have to buy the shares. On the calls, it's got to go above the strike price for you to have to sell the shares. Okay, so I wouldn't do 50 though. I want more for my, because I'm getting such great premium. I'm like, let's be safe so I can just keep doing this every week. And if I do have to sell the shares, I'm selling it for whatever price I want on the strike prices. That's the price you're selling the shares for. Okay, so shoot, I mean, I can go out to 52, collect, because the stock is at $49.49. I can go out to 52 and collect $2.50 more if I have to sell the shares. And the premium, I can get like 55 cents. Look at that. 50 cents bid, 61 cents ask. So I would get 55 cents a round that goes directly into my account no matter what happens. 55 bucks. I mean, that's 55 bucks. That's good. I mean, some people they get greedy and they want, oh, I got to have this price. I got to get this premium. Don't do that. Just think safely. So if it does go up to $52 strike price and above that, and I have to sell the shares, I'm selling them for 52 bucks, you know? So that's amazing. I get $1.50 on the stock, and I'm getting 55 cents directly into my account immediately. Goes directly into your account. Okay, so however you want to play it, you know? So that's what I look for when I sell call options. That's what I look for when I sell put options. You look at the charts. You use Yahoo Finance. Check out all those things. You can't just say, oh, I've been looking at this, or it's gone down for 3 days, so I'm gonna, you know, I think it's gonna go up tomorrow. No. You got to look at the company. You got to see how the company is doing. You know, like, look at the charts, read the charts. You know, it's not that difficult. Some things sound a little difficult, you know, but it's not. You know, it's only a few things you got to look for, you know, and then you got to learn a few things when you're selling these options. And I'm telling you, it's in your favor because you're picking the strike prices and you're picking the expiration dates. You pick it. So just play it safe. Don't get greedy, and you know, it'll all, you know, hopefully it all works out for you. You know, it's been working out for me for a very long time. You know, it's been great. I wouldn't have. The whole reason I started this channel is because it was working so darn good. I'm thinking I've got to tell people about this, which, you know, there's a 1,000 different channels out there for selling options, but I like to do it this way. I don't like to do it in front of a desk, just with you looking at my face and on a computer. You know, let's get out here. Let's get out here in the open and enjoy the day, and, you know, go over these options. Like, you know, we're talking face to face with each other. I don't have that many people to talk to that want to learn options that are, you know, in my life. So yeah, I got you guys. So all right. So and another thing, oh, let me get to this real quick. But another thing is a lot of people, I've gotten a lot of subscribers within the past week, about 120 new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the videos. There's a few people that, and in the comments, it's kind of fun, you know. We talk to each other in the comments. We give each other different ideas, different stocks. That happens a lot. So the comments, there's a lot going on in the comments. So check out the comments from all different people from everywhere in the world. We got Australia, we got the Philippines, we got everywhere, you know, all these people. And like a few of these people, like I just want to mention is that have commented, and I appreciate it. Lucky London, David Outdoors, of course J&D, they got their own channel also, so check them out. Liam, she asked some very good questions. Option Bounty Hunter, and then we got two that have been with me for, I mean, the whole time I've had this channel, Steven Saxon and Hole Bully. And those two are, you guys are great, because you, oh God, what is it called now? Now you have to say it in the comments. I can't even think of it right now. But you, Surge, what is it? Where you give points, when you go down to the comments and you swipe left, you can give points to my channel, which helps YouTube push it out to more people that like selling options. So those guys, that's the first thing they do every time I put out a video, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for that, because it helps my channel, man. I mean, it's great. I mean, I help you guys out with these options, and that's a way of helping me without having me charge you, which I don't want to do that. You know, I just want you to learn this. I want you to learn how to make this easy money, which I think it's easy money. Some people don't, but just my opinion. And you know, that's a way to repay me for doing this, I guess, you know, without charging money, because I don't want to charge you guys. So that's why I haven't started a membership or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for watching these videos, and like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and comment, you know, anything that you want to learn, ask me. I answer pretty much every single comment. So ask me whatever you need help with, and some people in the comments, they'll help you out too. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like this video. I really appreciate everyone, and thank you so much. I'm gonna go enjoy the day, and you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. And then just so you know, Tuesdays is when I sell the options in real time. I'll show you exactly everything that I sell, how much premium I make, what the moves I make, everything. And then on Saturday, do videos like this, show you guys some information, and we can all learn from it. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. See you guys. Bye.